Hey, it's Noah. Welcome back to iHollywood TV. Well, just days ahead of Veterans Day, the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, America's official World War II museum, opened its new state-of-the-art $400 million Liberation Pavilion just in time for the last surviving members of the World War II generation, most in their 90s or older now, to experience what was built in their honor. How sweet. Joining us to share more information is Stephen J. Watson, President and CEO of the National World War II Museum. Good morning, Stephen. So nice to have you on.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you for having me on. Pleasure to be with you.
I'm so glad that you could join me this morning, Stephen. So first off, what is the Liberation Pavilion, and what do you hope it helps the museum accomplish this year?
So Liberation is our capstone exhibit hall. It really marks the completion of a 20-year journey here to build the National World War II Museum in New Orleans. And Liberation focuses on the end of the war and the post-war era, so that our visitors really get a sense of the cost of our victory and the enduring legacy of World War II.
Now, Stephen, tell us more about why it's important to tell the story of the end of the war and the immediate post-war years as well.
Yeah, so, we think of our mission here in sort of three phases, why the war was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. And Liberation, as I said, really will get to connecting the dots with the visitor on the cost of our victory. I think to really appreciate the meaning of our victory in World War II, you have to have a real sense of the tremendous cost that it took to win. Over 415,000 Americans lost their lives, destruction on a global scale that had never been seen before. 65 million combatants and civilians were killed. It's a big, complex and important story. And when the fighting was over, how did World War II change our country? How did it propel the civil rights movement, advances in technology, America's role in the world in the post-war era to really preserve freedom and promote democracy and human rights across the world? These are important legacies of the war that we believe have continuing relevance.
And we were just taking a look at the B-roll, and what a beautiful museum with a lot of great history that this has for people of all ages to come out and come visit when going to New Orleans. Now, in this pavilion, you help answer the question, what does World War II mean today? Why is it important almost 80 years after its ending, Stephen?
Well, I think we believe here at the museum that it will always be important to really pay tribute to the service and sacrifice of the World War II generation. And one of the things that you will see in the Liberation Pavilion, really the theme is freedom. And we talk about the four freedoms that President Roosevelt actually had in his speech in January of 1941. Freedom from want, freedom from fear, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. These were printed on the 16 million victory medals that every World War II veteran received at the end of the war. And we believe those principles will always be important to Americans, and it's part of our responsibility to make sure that we carry on, considering those as important principles of an American democracy. So I think understanding what we were fighting for, understanding the actions that were taken when the war was over to promote freedom and democracy will always have relevance, and Liberation will really bring that home to our visitors.
Now, just a quick fact to share to our audience watching this morning, there are approximately 119,550 living World War II veterans. Stephen, why is this museum opening this pavilion now, and how does your museum honor them currently?
So, this is our capstone pavilion. So we have been on a 20-year journey to build this campus. We have said there's a real sense of urgency to our mission to complete it while we still have members of the World War II generation with us. We opened the pavilion just a few days ago. We had 40 World War II veterans, Holocaust survivors, and home front workers here. It was really heartwarming for us to see their reaction to the pavilion. But it also, I think, emphasizes that our mission will become even more important. As this generation passes, we become the storyteller. And we believe that World War II and its legacy is something that we will be talking about for generations to come. So it's really important for us to complete this campus now while there are still members of that generation that can see what we have built in their honor to make sure that they have a sense that their legacy and their sacrifice will never be forgotten.
Oh, that's incredible. Great stuff right there. Stephen J. Watson, thank you so much for your time, and thank you to all the veterans that have served our country. And we hope you come back on the show again real soon, Stephen. Thank you for a great, interesting conversation.
Thank you, Noah. Appreciate you.